Alrighty, hand. Here we go. So spawning the top right hand corner, representing C32225. It is TheKyojin. I shall note he was voted MVP. And spawning the bottom left hand corner, it is the orange Zerg. It is GTKung, representing Risen Competitive. Low ground pylon. Pretty normal stuff, I guess. First Overlord going straight across the map. Second Overlord is going to the natural. Gateway goes down, and the probe goes out for the scout. Alright. Looks like we're going to see a hatch first. With 2 drones. Nope, we're scouting. Alright, second drone looks like he's going to go for a scout. Gas on the way for the Kyojin. And we canceled something here. Don't know what was canceled. Something got canceled. Overlord sitting over here, overwatching, as an Overlord would do, making sure no pylons are put down. Pull on the way, then the gas for GTKung, and Nexus on the way for the Kyojin. So far, standard play. However, there is no Cyber Core on the way yet. Although his minerals are going to line up perfectly with when that goes down, so that's fine. Oh, GTKung, what are you trying to do? Are you about to build a hatchery over there? You going to try it again? I think he is going to. Let's see what he does. I don't know. If you try and go for it now, it's a little bit. He's going to do it! Proxy hatchery. Game number 1 from GTKung. Alright. Zerglings are on the way. Zealot is out. He's going to start laying some hate onto this hatchery here. It's an interesting spot to put it. I don't really think it blocks the wall because he can just wall right here. But Zerglings are on the way now. The hatchery is not really gaining health. It's not really losing. Actually, it is losing very slowly. So let's see what happens when these Zerglings get here. Adept almost out, being chronoed. So that's a Zealot and an Adept that 6 Zerglings are not going to be able to deal with in a hatchery. We're still pumping out Zerglings right now. No Zergling speed on the way yet. Alright, see what happens over here. Gets canceled. Excuse me. It gets, yeah, canceled. Not killed. Shield battery in the wall. Alright, there is no way in here right now for GTKung. What is he going to do? Production tab shows Zergling speed is on the way now. And we've got all these Zerglings that are going to try to roll. Oh, he canceled this. Okay, no. There was just like a brief window where if GTKung would have been moving in at that moment, something could have happened. But that looks pretty tight to me. And that's a gateway. Now we have a Twilight Council down. I didn't catch that. And a Robo on the way. But GTKung he's just making more Zerglings. He just wants to end this game now. That's what we're going for. Drone pulled off gas. So I don't know what kind of opening he's looking for, but he's looking for an opening. Now these Adepts are going to kill 1 Zergling every time both of them fire. Oh, and this Overlord is going to go down, possibly supply blocking GTKung. Third base on the way now for GTKung. 2 drones in production, so it looks like we are going to start switching over to drones. The one thing this is doing is this is completely delaying any kind of third base play right now for the Kyojin. But we do have Zealot legs on the way, so you know, he's like, you know what, that's fine. It's alright. You're going to make it so I can't move out, and you're going to try to put the hate on early. We're going to get charge lots, and Lord knows I love those guys. Roach Ward on the way. The worker count is still in favor of the Kyojin. So those are Zealots underneath the Warp Prism. Is he going to load them up? And there's a DT Shrine on the way. Alright. So looks like GTKung is going to go ahead and pull back these units. He's got eyes on the Watchtower. He is not going to see that. Nope. That Warp Prism is going to Just fly right on by, and there are no overlords down here on this side of the map to see that, except for this guy. So all of his units are across the map, while we've got another warping of units. So these are going to be 6 zealots that are going to come in here. GTKung is scouting out the third again, rolling around down the bottom. If your Lings would have been there 30 seconds ago, you would have seen a warp prism. Alright, but here we go, moving into the third base. There are no units here to defend this. 2 drones. Alright. 2 drones go down. Warp prism flying into the main. The Zerglings are on their way back right now to try and deal with this. We are going to warp in units into the main. What's it going to be? Starts firing at it with a queen. Oh, this third base might go down. The third base is going to go down. There are more zealots being warped into the main. Zerglings are all coming to the main right now to deal with it. Warp prism goes down. Third goes down. Roaches are on the way. 1 queen pulls back. He's going to save that queen. Still some zealots down at the natural. Or excuse me, the third. And only thing in the production tab right now are units. Okay, there we go. 2 drones. So he still knows that there's no third base yet right now. So he's just gonna... I don't know what Zerg does with that, to be fair. But that's okay. Looks like we're going to move out now, though, from the TheKyojin to try and take this base. And I think GTKung is going to want to stop that. He's going to say, no, I don't want you to get a third base because I don't have a third base. So let's go attack this third base. Just kidding. Alright, we're going to kill a zealot. What's he got on the way? Roaches. More roaches on the way and a hatchery. We got 1 Ravager on the field. Okay, so the third base hasn't been dropped yet, actually. I'm kind of intrigued. We postured like we were going to take it. We put up a pylon, but we haven't taken it yet. Now we got more Ravagers on the way. This is an interesting army comp from our boy GTKung. Now it's going to get spotted by this Protoss army, and there are 2 Zealots, or excuse me, DTs in there. We do have 1 Overseer over this at the moment, and Zerg does not have scan, so he needs to keep that Overseer alive. So he's going to roll up there, and he's going to see that there's just no third base yet. But we are still dropping gateways. Is this a fake? Is he just not going to take this third base, and he's actually going to end up just pumping out a lot of units and moving across the map? Nope, there it is. I'm wrong. Now this, I think this effectively walls off that base. So it looks like we're going to have an engagement here. Zerglings engage with the Zealots and the DTs. Vials go down. They don't make very many connections. More units are warped in over here by the TheKyojin, and that's going to need to be... This is fought off. This is held. Now GTKung is on the run. Charge, however, good upgrades. Going to start chasing down these units that are on the run. There is no Nidus here to escape from, and no total mass recall to recall at. All of these units are going to start to go down. Get off 1 bile. It doesn't hit anything. We've got more Zerglings over here. Overseer being warped in, but it is Zerglings against Zealots. I don't think GTKung has enough to hold this. He's going to go ahead and push down the ramp, though. Alright, he pulls back up. Now there's sentries involved as well. More roaches. This third base is just not long for this world. It's going to go again. But not before some Zerglings get in here and try and stop it. GTKung wants to keep his third base. Alright, he pulls him away from the third base. Third base lives. Zerglings engage with Zealots. Roaches behind them. There is an Immortal, however. And those force fields are really good. They're going to force GTKung to have to try and run. There's a lot of roaches. Wow, there actually are a lot of roaches. And the Warp Prism is not microing. He's just warping in units, so they're attacking the third now. I still don't think there's enough here for GTKung. Immortal is just pounding away at all these roaches, getting its bonus damage done, and Zealots are body blocking all over the place and soaking up a lot of damage. Natural's under siege now. Drones are being pulled. Oh, are there enough units here, though? Is he going to hold this? GTKung holds on. More units are being warped in the main. It is Zealots. The drones are pulled from natural, too. All the drones are pulled. And that's it. It's held, minus the Dark Templar, which is an Overseer warping in for now. We're going to go ahead and start resuming our mining, and I was wrong. This base is long for this world. It has not been killed yet. But there are 2 Dark Templars here that would like to prove me wrong again. And they're going to start attacking this base. However, there's a Dark Templar over here getting damage done on these workers. Overseer not in position. In position now. 7 drones go down and the third base goes down. So now the Kyojin's up a base. Up workers. Unit supply is even. Right. Attempt to warp into an Archon. Didn't work. So GTKung has a lot of units. Actually has a huge army supply lead at the moment. Which, knowing, I don't know if he knows how behind he is on workers, but he's behind on workers. And he lost his base, right? So he's in a position where it's do or die. He's morphed in 3 Ravagers. He's moving across the map now. This is exactly what I wanted to see, especially since he is up in army supply. Little does he know. So now we're going to push across the map. There are Archons, Immortals, and 2 charge lots. Let's see what happens. We're going to start making more Ravagers. So that's going to delay this push just a little bit. That also means a 3rd Immortal has joined in the battle. More Zealots are now coming in the battle. But these are also Ravagers now, which means they take less damage from Immortals. And they have Corrosive Bile. Let's see what happens. Corrosive Biles go down. They don't make any connects. He's going to stutter step back away from the charge lots. Also, that pulls him away from the Immortals. Biles land on the Immortals, but all the roaches are going to fall, leaving these Ravagers by themselves. There's just not enough here. GTKung GG's. And that is the end of game number 1. Okay. Alright. So up 1-0, and I don't know how to change it or make it so it's true. But, top left-hand corner, it is the teal? Teal Protoss? Blue? I think it's blue. It's like light blue. Light blue Protoss. It is the TheKyojin. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, it is the orange Zerg, GTKung. Is there a way to stop this? Oh, hey. Whatever. Alright, so it looks like we're going to start out pretty standard like we did last game. Hatch is on the way right now, of course. Overlord going to sit on top of it. Overlord going across the map as well for scouting. 1 probe incoming into the natural. He's going to scout the hatch. And we have Gats first this time, actually, from GTKung. Pool goes down now. So a little bit of a change up. Immediately populates his gas. Cybercore. Whoa, that's a forge. Alright, so now we have a forge from the TheKyojin. I think he's oh no. Alright, so there's an overlord that's going to oversee this pylon go down. Now GTKung knows, hey, there's a pylon in my natural. There's probably going to be cannons to follow that. What should I do about that? I think his answer is just to take a different base. I think that's what he's going to do. Let's see what happens. Cannon goes down. Behind the wall. Another cannon. Those are in great spots. And he cancels it. He says, good, you built cannons. You wasted some money. I don't need it. You can have it. Overlord Scout, good unit. Is he about to? He is not about. He is about to. No way. You gonna try and cannon rush into the Protoss, the Zerg's main? What's up, dog? No, he doesn't. He doesn't build another cannon or a pylon. He's gonna go ahead and scout out. Roachwarren on the way. Second gas, so now he knows. He sees what's going on, but he doesn't know yet about the other base. Hey, what's up? I'm currently casting at the moment. I forgot this channel's not locked.
Shit, sorry.
You're good, bro. It's GTKung and Kyojin, the RSL stuff. So we got a Stargate on the way now. For the Kyojin, of course, that's going to be in response to the fact he scouted the Roachwarren out. We have Adept on this side of the map now as well. So you can send that into the mineral line. However, I think GTKung is just going to say, nope, I'm going to push across the map. Yeah, he knows he's in his base now, but he's got a queen to defend that, right? So no big. Just kidding, it is a big. The drones are now pulled and one drone goes down. He's going to try to run back to the cannons. 3 Ravagers are headed across the map. There is 1 shield battery and not really much of a wall at the moment for the Kyojin. That looks like a 2-tile wall. There we go. He's going to make that a full wall, actually. Alright. But 3 Ravagers en route. Follow-up is going to be Zerglings. Zergling speed almost done as well. And let's see what kind of damage he gets done. Is he about to take out the Zealot? He does. Zealot goes down immediately. And now he's going to start focusing down the forge so that he can't produce any more cannons. Now we're going to focus the gateway instead. And now the pylon. So that shield energy is getting used at the moment. But that shield battery is about to go down. There's only 1 of them. A lot of Zerglings. Void Ray comes out now. Okay, that's good. See, he made the Stargate because he knew. He knew what was coming. Probes are pulled now. They're going to catch these Zerglings in a choke. Try to minimize as much damage as possible. But looks like all these probes are going to fall. Void Ray focusing on the... oh, these pylons. That's a pretty big deal. Now we've got Zerglings running to the mineral line in the main. Other Zerglings are focusing on what's going on down here in the natural. He does get this wall back in place. However, at what cost? He's going to take this fight underneath the shield battery and the Void Ray with his probes. He's down to 6 workers. GTKung's not done yet. He is still making nothing but Zerglings and Roaches and a Queen. Was this enough damage? The economy is basically shattered right now. 2 probes in production. Moving across the map right now with the Void Ray. He's going to catch more Zerglings. Now he knows this is just going to be an endless wave of Zerg. It's not going to stop. Maybe he won't cannon rush next game. If there is a next game, that's still yet to be determined. It is 18 workers to 10 workers in favor of GTKung at the moment. Void Ray still sharking around the map. He's going to find these units again and just start shooting at these Zerglings. But he's going to continue to push across the map instead of defending with his Void Ray. So now we've got all these Zerglings and 2 Ravagers on his side of the map, and he's going to go down here to where this Queen is. Is 1 Void Ray beat 1 Queen? We're going to find out because I don't know the answer. Guys, the answer is 1 Void Ray does beat 1 Queen. That's a dead Queen. But knowing this is the current situation, he's going to come in here and try to do some more damage. He's going to run into a pylon wall. We are almost even on workers now. That pylon goes down. Throws down Biles on the shield. The force field, excuse me. He's going to drop Biles on the sentries. 2 Zerglings go down to his own Biles, but he is pushing in here right now. There is no Void Ray in production. We have 1 Adept and 1 Zealot. Zealot goes down. Void Ray on the way back. But there are so many Ravagers here right now. Okay. Ravager still taking fire from the 1 HP Adept. Adepts go down. The low HP Ravagers are going to run into the base and try and snipe some workers, while the rest of them are going to stay down here with all their health. They're going to try and take on the rest of these buildings. Workers are going to go down the main. In the natural, we're going to Corrosive Bile and try to take down some probes and some more the Void Ray. Units come back from the main. There's still probes alive, though. We're going to start rebuilding this wall. More Zerglings in production. More Zerglings are here. I don't think there's enough here. And GG is called. That is it. So Control Shift 3. Control Alt 2. Okay. Alright. Spawning in the bottom right corner. It is the light blue Protoss. It is TheKyojin. And in the top left hand corner, it is the orange Zerg, GTKung. And where is that? Where is your drone going? That's really early. What are you doing? We're going to follow you now. Gateway on the way low ground for the TheKyojin, as per the mini-map. More drones in production. Is he going to try to do a proxy hatch again? Probe scout on the way. Where you going, my dude? What? Oh, we're doing a not in your face proxy hatch. It's out of your face. Oh, it's going to get scouted. It's scouted, but what can you really do about that? Do you pull all your workers? No, that would be silly, right? What? That's what we're doing. Maybe it's not silly. So he's going to pull workers and try to deal with this, which means lost mining time. The follow-up back here is going to be gas first. Pull from GTKung. Is that doing enough damage? It's doing... I mean, maybe? It's doing enough damage to keep it from gaining a little bit of HP lost. Cancels it. But I mean, all that mining time lost though for the TheKyojin, and that drone's actually going to go down. It's a dead drone. Okay. So what do we do from this, right? You went proxy hatch, it didn't work. You forced your opponent to lose mining time, maybe equivalent to the mining time you lost and the minerals lost for your hatchery, right? So, do you just play normal? Or do you play aggressive? Because that was already your intent anyway. Oh, we're going to find out. I'm right here with you guys. Now we've got a Nexus on the way for the TheKyojin. Still on one gas. Lair is on the way for GTKung. Lair before speed. Second gas. Is this going to be a Nidus? We do have an Overlord right here in the corner of the base. I don't think it's been seen yet, right? So he's gonna run out here, check for another proxy hatch. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Plot twist. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be a Nidus. I'm saying Ling Queen Nidus because he is making 8 Zerglings, and you're not doing that unless you're going to do a Ling Queen Nidus. And I mean, I guess, that's not a bad play, right? Like, your opponent lost mining time. Your proxy hatch got foiled. Your opponent might be preparing for something to come right up in your face right now, whenever it's actually going to be in your main. And the scout goes down, so he's not going to see the lair. Nidus is on the way. No Zergling speed, though. We don't need Zergling speed. We're just going to make Zerglings and Queens, I guess. And there is not a pylon over here. This is an invisible... I don't know how to do vision on WCS Gameheart, but I promise you right now, TheKyojin can't see this. He's got a shield battery at the front, another gateway at the front. He is prepping himself for some sort of crazy frontal push. There is the pylon. He's going to pull the Overlord aside. He's going to be like, bam, calling it right here, still in the fog of war. Right by the ramp. Zerglings are being loaded up. Nidus goes down, and there is no vision on this at the moment. One Adept, one Stalker, one Sentry, an Immortal on the way. A lot of probes. And that sound probably sparks fear inside the Protoss, like, oh no. One pylon powering all this in the main. Probes are pulled. They're going to go ahead and run to the natural. This base is forfeit. I don't think it's good. Oh! GTKung! Your units went down on low ground. He force-fielded them down there. Okay, so the boys are going to be pulled, but all those Zerglings that are down there are going to fall. He's going to recall. That was brilliant play. I liked it. However, it is Queens and Zerglings against probes. It's 9 workers fall. There are more units coming in right now. He's pushing back down to where the shield battery is. You don't want to do that. You want to stay in the main. Transfuse the Queen. He's going to go for your Nidus now. One more pylon goes down. The main base is no good to the TheKyojin anymore. At this moment, I think he just needs to accept the fact the main is lost. He's going to push back up the ramp. He's like, no, I really want to hold my main base. Force field on half the ramp. Makes a little choke for the Zealot. We are in the mineral line now. And on the ramp. The boys are being pulled back to the... I don't think TheKyojin has enough to deal with this. He's just lost too many workers. Queens are going down the low ground. GG is called. GTKung takes game number, or takes match series group number 1.